Hey, so I was gonna do a weekly review, but I can't really think of much that's like actually interesting that I did last week. Grace and I, we went to a soccer game on Wednesday. It was like for the language clubs. Bearded Wonder was on the Russian team, so we went, plus it was extra credit for me. It took us an hour to find this place because it's just in the middle of nowhere, and Grace said we should have drove, but I was like, oh no, it's on campus, it's fine. It's not on campus, it's in the middle of nowhere, it's not even on the ag campus, so I'm just like, ugh. It took us an hour to find it. We only stayed for half an hour, and it really wasn't worth it, but I mean, like, got us out of the dorm at least, I guess. And then Saturday morning, we went downtown because Grace's teacher, her Russian teacher, had asked her to go and film their Russian dances or whatever, and Bearded Wonder was in that too. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure the Bearded Wonder knows that we're stalking him. Not too sure about that, but, you know, it happens. On Friday, we had an international festival on Prez Walkway, and I was there pretty much the whole time. It was really fun, and it really made me miss like the stuff I used to do and like my Filipino club thing in Clarksville. But I was like, oh, maybe I can make a Filipino club here, and I was like, there's like 75 Asians, and there's probably only like one more Filipino other than me, so like, what's the point? So I'm probably not, but I'll probably join the multicultural club next year, and I might join the iHouse and be involved in event planning, because I mean, like, that's what I want to do, and it was really cool, and I want t-shirts, and I really just want to be part of something. So my three things are multicultural club, iHouse, and UTK radio next year, maybe, hopefully, we'll see. I think what I'm making this vlog about is mostly Saturday. So Saturday night, oh my gosh, I'm already like Saturday night, me and Grace were like, oh, I am so bored, gotta get out of the house. So we like begged the guys to hang out with us, and we posted a little thing on Tumblr. It's like, oh, come by HSS or whatever. Nobody came, but some of Devin's friends came or whatever, because he's like social and shit. When they left, Grace and I were like, yeah, we're not going back to our dorm, no way, no way. So we sat outside HSS for a little bit longer, and by a little bit longer, we stayed out there until 2:30. We're just like chilling and we're talking or whatever, and I guess I'm pretty sure it counts as feelings time because it's like late at night, it's so dark, we're just talking, and I tell her that I'm embarrassed. Okay. I tell her that I'm just so frustrated because like there are so many nice boys that deserve to be kissed all the time, and they don't. Like, there are so many great guys that I'm just like, oh my gosh, you deserve so much affection. But if I show you affection, then I don't know, like, that's kind of weird. Like, that's not a platonic thing to do, to show affection. But I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, you deserve kisses and you don't get kissed at all. And I'm just like, oh. It makes me really sad. Like, I don't know why that, just thinking about that, I'm just like, I just want to kiss everybody. Everyone deserves affection. But that's just not how life works. And I'm just like, oh god, am I crying? I don't know why that makes me so upset, but whenever I say it, like, I'm on the verge of crying every time I say it, and it's ridiculous. And so we're talking about, like, boys, of course, and relationships, because, like, what else do you talk about during feelings time? I guess you could talk about family problems, but I mean, we're just, like, talking or whatever, and I was like, oh, Tessa's little theory of never dating is kind of, I don't know, appealing right now. And she was like, what was Tessa's theory? And I remember junior year, Jennifer was still moping about breaking up with her boyfriend, and it was just me, Jen, and Tessa hanging out one night, and Jen, like, knocked out asleep, and it was me and Tessa, and she was just like, yeah, I'm never gonna date. And I'm just like, home skillet, what are you talking about? You have to date or whatever. And she said, I'm never gonna date, I'm just gonna be friends with someone for a long time, we're gonna be chilling in the apartment watching movies or something, and we're just gonna be like, hey, we should get married. And I was just like, that's never gonna happen. But now I was just like, if that were to happen, I'd be down. Like, if I'm friends with you and we're just chilling, we're just like, you know what, relationships are hard, but me and you, we click, let's get married, I'd be like, fuck yeah. But that's obviously not how it works, and Grace is just like yelling at me. She's just like, Julia, you sound like an idiot. And I was like, that's what I said to Tessa. Like, that's what I said. And, but like, for some reason, it's so appealing to me. And she was just like, you're an idiot. And I was just like, well, relationships just make me really anxious. Like, it's that whole thing, like, you either get married or you break up, and it's just like, I don't want to break up with anybody. Like, I just want to either be friends with them or get married. Like, I don't know, there's no in between. Like, the in between makes me so anxious and nervous, and just thinking about it is just, it's ridiculous. And she's yelling at me, and she was just like, Julia, you're an idiot, you don't just date one boy. And I'm like, why can't I? Like, why can't I just not date until, like, I'm like, you are the one, I've known you for 4 years, and you're the one, like, I don't know, let's get married. And she's still yelling at me that I'm an idiot, and I'm like, I know, like, I internally know that I'm an idiot, but I'm saying these things because I'm just like, the thought of dating makes me so anxious for some reason, and it's ridiculous. And she, like, finally, she's just like, okay, let me pull out a metaphor. And she tries to do this metaphor about cars, because she's obsessed with cars, and she's just like, you're like, okay, you've had more than one car. And I'm like looking at her like, not really, like, my parents' cars and then my car, like, no, bad metaphor. Plus, I'm not even that into cars in the first place, so I was just like, okay, whatever, bad metaphor. And she was like, okay, scratch that. Boy bands. And I'm like, alright, I'll listen to you. I'm gonna listen. Like, I still know I'm an idiot, but I'm gonna listen to you. And she's like, you've loved more than one boy band, right? And I was like, okay, yeah. And she was like, you started with the Jonas Brothers, right? And I was like, yeah, I started with the Jonas Brothers, and from there I've liked more boy bands. And she's just like, okay, you've been through more boy bands because you know you like those different kinds of musics and everything, and you don't forget about them, do you? And I was just like, oh god, this is getting deep. And I'm like, no, I don't forget about them. I still love them. And she was like, exactly. Like, you still love them. You won't forget about them. You'll learn from them. Like, that is the point of dating. You don't have to marry people. You just have to figure out, like, what you want and what you don't want. And at this point, I'm laughing just so I won't cry. Like, I think that is one of the, like, best metaphors Grace has ever told me. And it's ridiculous because we're, like, laughing at this point because we know it's still kind of serious, like, it's emotional and everything, but we're talking about boy bands. Like, let's be real, we're talking about boy bands. So we're just, like, laughing our asses off at, like, 1 in the morning, sitting outside one of the school buildings, but it's just, like, it was so much fun. Like, it was a great talk, and, I mean, I don't know, it was... it was hilarious. So, I mean, I don't know. This video is kind of deeper than I thought it would be, but probably not for you, but I'm like crying on camera. Not really. Just tearing up. There's a difference. But I mean, like, it was just a great conversation, and it was really inspirational after that, because, like, at first I was like, oh yeah, Grace, I'm not dating. Like, I can't. Like, I'm too nervous. I'm just gonna ruin it. No, can't date. And she gave me that metaphor, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna start dating tomorrow, obviously. No, but I was like, it was really nice to hear that. Like, I don't know, it was great. So, that was a little bit more personal than I thought it would be. That was my little rant, I guess, about relationships and how I'm a freaking scaredy cat. Boys are scary. I'm a wreck. Okay, that happened. Alright, I guess I don't know how to end this video. Feelings times are my favorite, so I mean, like, if any of you guys want feelings time, you know, hit me up. Hit me up, yo, what's up? Hey, okay, that was really weird, I'm so sorry. Bye.